rocking East Tennessee High School Sports Podcast, bringing you all the exclusive interviews with some of the hottest players coming out of high school and the coaches from around the country here. Make sure you like and share this podcast and stay tuned in each week. But enough of this, let's get it.
Coach Rock, I'm here with Offensive Line and Coach at Powell, Melvin. What's going on, Coach? Good, man. Appreciate it. Me and this guy go way back, man. We go way back. Hey, Coach, y'all sitting at 4-2 this year. Y'all started off winning against AC, then you dropped a couple. But it seems like I got your offense going. Y'all been putting them numbers. Y'all been in the 40s and 50s, 40s. So tell us about the transition and where y'all is now, where y'all started.
I think a lot of it is just as a unit getting more comfortable in the offense. Obviously, everything starts up front with us and those guys, but this day and time, the quarterback play is everything. Right. And we've got some young quarterbacks. Two of them that are still trying to figure out the ropes. And the more and more that they can open it up and throw it downfield and get our receivers the football, it opens up the run game for us. And that's happening. And we've also been able to get our quarterback more involved in the run game in itself, so that's been big. You saw against Halls, I think Deuce went for over 200, and that's that makes it easy because anytime you can run your quarterback, you're outnumbered the defense from then on, and they can't overload the box on you. We can only block 5 or 6 with the tight end, but with him, it's another dynamic that they can't defend.
Right. You just talking about the quarterbacks. It seemed like they both starting to get more and more comfortable, and it seems like both of them been playing to your advantage. I can do multiple things with both of them.
Absolutely, it's interesting because I try to stay away from quarterbacks as much as I can. We have our own problems we got to deal with, but I kind of just passed by both of them the last couple of weeks and said, hey, I just want to see you all play with confidence. And because I think that's kind of where they've been is, let's be honest, they've been the two taking the brunt of the heat. And everybody's been. Obviously, we've got a great running back and a great offensive line, and a lot of people are kind of, I guess, pointing fingers and blaming from the outside, especially our quarterbacks. So, I just wanted to see them and hold them because I don't talk to them much. So I kind of was hoping it may make an impact. Hey, just play with confidence. You played this position your whole life. Catch a snap. You've been coached to do the right things. Make the throw. We'll take care of you up front. We're not going to let you get hit. Just stay out there and make your reads and then make the throws. So just. And you've seen more and more of that happening in the last couple of weeks with both of them. I mean, and that's been good for us. Because for me especially, the more they can throw it, the easier my job is. That's our, and I think that's what you've seen.
This week I got a rival and a district game that's normally not been a district game last years. So what has been the preparation going into this week, and how y'all feel going into the game?
I think it piggybacks off what I just said. It is getting committing more time to the throw game and getting those quarterbacks a little bit more confidence. Our receivers, obviously, they are just a lot like our quarterbacks, but they haven't been out there a lot. If you look back, now we're 6 games in, 7 games in now. But these guys didn't play with some of the alphas that we've had in the last 4 years around here. So I think they're coming into it as well. So just trying to look into that and allow them to grow with at the same time not taking away from our run game. We got to be able to hang our hat on that. And that's a tough cause. My message is continue to be and will always be up front. We've got to be perfect. You've seen multiple times this year we've been one block away from another 70-yard touchdown, one hold away, whatever the case may be. So just continuing to progress in the run game. But also being able to open up our offense and continue to play physical like we do.
Connor is such a big key along with your offensive line. But it seems like he's been out the last couple of weeks. But it seems like Keyshawn Key stepped in and found a little groove going on. What do you think about that?
Yeah, absolutely. What a story, because he's been around here a long time, and he's had his ups and downs. And obviously you see a running back rolling out there after 13, it's wearing number 80. You're not real sure what to think about that.
The first thing I think of, he must be a dog.
He's in trouble, right? So but it's so cool to see him, break loose. Obviously it started against Halls and then rolled into last week against Carnes, and he's just trusting the process. And when when you lose a guy or missing a guy like Connor, I mean, he's the best back in Knox. And you're not going to replace that, but it's been really special to see. We haven't missed a beat, and actually we went for more yards. As a total offense, we went for more yards on the ground without Connor than we have. We give him a hard time about that. We're saying he's missing out on about 450 on the season right now. So, but it's been cool to see Keyshawn take those strides and really commit and have success. That's the big thing, is he can put a smile on his face.
You know, with them guys stepping up and carrying some of the load, do they make it easier for you to rest Connor to give? You know, he took a lot of carries in that first half of the season. Absolutely,
and that's kind of been the conversation. When we do get him back and healthy, you know, we won't feel like he's the only one we can put in there to hand the football. And with Keyshawn doing what he's doing, and Deuce, and you know, we've got a freshman back that is making major gains as well. So I think that with the absence of Connor the last few weeks, these guys have been able to develop, and we do. We have confidence and full belief that, hey, you know, whatever the number may be, 15, 20 carries for Connor, and we can get, you know, 7 to 8 spread out between the other ones, and obviously we need 13s back in the game, and especially when we get in the playoffs, start making this run. Pretty much control your own destiny. You know, you pick up the win Friday, and put you at least gonna finish second. You win Friday, but you know, coming in the West, not to look ahead, but you definitely gonna need Connor towards the end of that stretch. But also, let's talk about the line. I mean, you got 4 seniors, and if I'm not mistaken, you've been here since they were freshmen, right? So you've been here. That's correct.
The whole time with you guys, right?
Yes, that's correct. This is my 9th season here, which is crazy to believe. When we go back, to 14, 15 years ago at Clinton. Well, yeah, I've been here 9 years. So yeah, it was funny. I've seen these guys come up through our youth program and then come in as freshmen. Our center, Finger, you know, made his first start as a freshman about week 7 against Oak Ridge, and I think he started almost 40 straight football games here now. The other ones have played a lot. The group that were sitting here, you know, two of them, 3 of the guys sitting here played every snap in the state championship here. Played that night in the title game, and I think that's where, you know, only thing I got to do is not screw it up. Because they just play together so well. Motivation is what I got to do. You got 300-pound bodies rolling around. You got to get them going so close. But you know, that's the thing with them is they just play together so well. They love each other. They're together all the time. But when it comes to the football side of things, they know where each other's going to be. You know, when they're into a combo block, they know, hey, he's getting ready to leave. I better take over, or vice versa. And you know, there's just some things that you kids can't coach. You can give them the first, second step on it and the hand placement. But the feel just comes with reps and playing beside that guy. So, and that's why you don't see many offensive lines rotate bodies, because of that feel. So they're special.
You know, I know it got to be a headache sometimes with practice when y'all going and y'all working one-on-one and you going against that front four on the other side. It got to be a headache sometimes.
Man, I tell you, I call my guys special because they get their job done, and their offensive linemen are having great success, but special freaks of nature on the other side of the ball. And you know, every day, you know, I heard you ask them a few minutes ago, but we do. We make sure to keep competition a part of our practice, one versus one competition all year. And you know, one thing that we try to do, me and Coach Daniel work well together in those group settings of one-on-one pass rush or one-on-one runs, and we'll mix it up. And we have to rein it back sometimes, because we have to remember, like, we can get caught up into this moment, or we can look and make sure we're ready to rock and roll on Friday. Because when all 7 or 8 of those get going at each other, it gets ugly pretty quick. But they just got a lot of talent. And you know, a lot of people talk about their speed, which they do have with Nico and Cardell, and you know, with the young guy Iverson rolling through there some. And obviously, you know, Stephen, but they're also extremely strong. They're very powerful individuals. The weight program has done them wonders. They're not just going to run around you; they will run through you as well. And that's what has been so good for us. And it translates. It translates in the game. And our guys roll out there on a Friday night, and it does not feel the same.
It can't be.
No.
You make a team other than maybe West.
Right.
Oak Ridge
they had a very good defensive line.
action goes up there, but
Yeah,
other than that, I mean,
absolutely, yeah.
you know what I mean? So,
Yes, absolutely.
definitely got like the chances going on throughout the season. I also noticed the last few weeks y'all been playing. So no, most times I like to keep guys one way, but it seems like y'all put some more guys in the mix and playing both ways. I see Adam Weaver playing a little corner receiver.
Yeah.
You know, tell us a little bit about that.
I think that's a lot of that's got to do with health,
Right.
and then obviously trying to figure out how to get the best 11 on the field at the same time, whoever that may be.
Right.
You know, we typically start the season. You know, we're going to give, you know, whoever the ones are full opportunity to be the one.
Right.
You know, whatever. You know, we do not like to play them both ways. Obviously, you won't see any bigs going to both ways. But when it comes to the skill spot, and it's been the same way the last several years with J.J. Faust and Darius and A.G. and those guys. It's like that with Connor and Adam and those guys right now. Like, well, when push comes to shove, we're gonna have our best 11 on the field.
Yeah, and they got what they got.
Yeah, we got them in. And that's one thing about it. And we do a good job of taking care of their legs and their bodies. I mean, as much as we can to make sure that they're ready. Because we don't have to be our best right now. We don't have to be our best this Friday. We got to be our best when we're rocking and rolling in round one in South Carolina.
Well, you know, like we said, it seems like the offense is moving in the right direction compared to earlier in the season when we were scoring 28 and now we're in the 40s and the last week to 50.
Yes.
You know, it's the district. It seems like I don't know who you would play. You know, if you won the 2 seed, I don't know. Like I don't know. Would you play somebody from the Clinton district or you play somebody from like Johnson City area? Like,
we would go that other way.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, not to look too far ahead, but
Right.
you know, the matchup would be, you know, we would stay more than likely. It would be like us in that Northeast Tennessee region, yeah, because they moved us over, and then the Clinton district kind of goes to the one that we've been in the past. And to be completely honest with you, he may come around the corner and say you're dead wrong because I don't pay a lot of attention.
Right. That's the way it threw me out because like I said, they switched everything up. So that's why I asked because I was like, who would they play? Cause we was, I can't remember who I was talking to that day. We were trying to just talking about playoffs and situations. That might be somebody talking about Clinton situations. I can't remember, but I was just wondering how it went.
I do know that, you know, if we all take care of what it's supposed to, we can play West pretty close together there. Being from last game of the season to the third round matchup, hoping as long as both teams take care of it. So, however that aligns, I'm pretty sure though you're right. We go up to that Sevierville area this way.
Coach, talk a little about your coaching. I know you came from Carson Newman when you played ball in Carson Newman.
Yes.
Then you went straight into coaching.
Yes, I graduated Carson Newman in 2010. And got a teaching job, my first teaching job at Clinton City Schools. And it was kind of a crazy story. You were there. You were in the room. I moved into the apartments right next door to the high school there. I didn't know anybody. I was like, man, I've been around ball.
Right.
They're out there on the field. There's ball over here. So I walked in, and then Coach Shattuck was the head man at Clinton then, and I walked in and said, man, I just want to coach. And he said, well, you know, obviously I can't do a lot for you, but if you want to be around. And, you know, so I kind of was very much in a volunteer role and hung out with the freshmen and you up top.
Man,
and you know, we had some fun. And then after Coach Shattuck left, Coach Kerr took over and named me the offensive line coach as a full-time assistant there. And was there, you know, kind of got things rolling a little bit after some rough years and got into Clinton into the playoffs. And then Coach Ellison was our offensive coordinator at the time. Got the head job here at Powell, and so I came with him, and you know, they're the same type of thing. You know, it was really bad times, and we got back to a 500 season, which was, you know, his last year here, and then Coach Lowe made his way back home, and for some reason he decided to keep me around. And here we are. Well, it's been a heck of a ride, I'll tell you that.
Right.
It's been a lot of fun.
Not to put you on the spot, you know what I'm saying, out there, but you want to be a head coach someday? Like you look like you just kind of like being.
I tell you what, I really love my role. But you know, I'm also a big believer in having goals.
Right.
And there's got to be something that drives what we do every day, outside of just, you know, the drive of being with kids and helping kids and winning football games. So, you know, I went back and forth on this. I'll be honest, you know, seeing what that guy in there goes through on a daily basis. steers me to just be his offensive line coach and help him out. But also the thought of running your own program and doing things the way you want to do it and surrounding yourself with good people is also, sounds pretty, pretty entertaining and fun. And so I don't know, to be honest with you, right now, and it's also hard to have those conversations in the middle of the season, because it's they got a lot going on and you got goals as a football team and a program.
And it got to be hard to play like this anyway.
It is, and let's call it what it is. There's been opportunities, and we've had those conversations, myself and Coach Lowe, and it's just like, why?
Right.
Why leave where we got it going?
I've talked to Josh Jones earlier in the season. He said, it was hard for him to leave Powell, but he said it's hard to leave Powell, but it's easy to go to period. So I mean, I guess it got to be one of the situations where it got to be a perfect situation for you to make it. I mean, why leave and go to Cloud and be 1-9? You know what I mean? So,
and that's funny you say that, because I remember when Josh, obviously me and Josh real close, and he said the same thing. He said this was the only job that I left.
Right.
And it just felt like there was a lot. I don't know if we do shout outs and stuff, but a heck of a win for Bearden the other night.
Oh yeah.
Coach Jones, man, that's big time. So congrats to them.
Yeah, he definitely got that program.
He got it going on.
He got it right for sure. Coach, I ain't gonna keep it too much longer. Going into this week, back to this week, just the importance of this game and getting out to, because it seems like y'all been getting off to a quicker start. And I think, once y'all get at a quicker start, it seems like y'all momentum going in, y'all can just kind of snowball effect and get through it. Early in the year where we was having a lot of turnovers, a lot of miscues, you know what I'm saying? But how important is it to get a good start, and even if Connor plays or not play this week?
Well, I think it's everything, and I think that's how we're built. Obviously, the conversation that we had a few minutes ago about building and growing our pass game, we're not to the point where we can play from behind very well.
Right.
So, it's important for us to get off running, whether it's in the throw game or the run game, getting points on the board early, playing with a lead because that's to our strength. But this one's big, and I have no earthly idea what Central's record is.
Right. I think they 4-3. They lost last week though.
Right. But what I do know is, a lot like around here is they've won a lot of football games in Central.
Oh yeah.
They got a lot of talent. They kind of, this group, I watch them on film. They've got a really good defensive box. We're gonna have our work cut out for us. There's no doubt. My guys are obviously confident guys, but they know. It's gonna look a lot different than it did, Friday night. We've got to rock and roll. But it's a huge game because you secure that 2 seed, which is a home playoff game at least. And then you can kind of start getting your eyes into the run, but you can't do that until you secure this playoff.
Coach, you know what I'm saying? I know you got things to do. I appreciate you coming on. Good
Appreciate
luck.
it. Thanks for having me.
Good luck Friday. Of course, I'll be there.
Absolutely, yes.
So, to next week, Coach Rod, Coach Pace, we out in the lab.
Y'all know what time it is. You just tuned in the lab with Coach Rock and O. East Tennessee High School Sports Podcast. Bringing you all the exclusive interviews with some of the hottest players coming out of high school and the coaches from around the country here. Make sure you like and share this podcast. And stay tuned in each week. But enough of this. Let's get it.
Here in the lab, Coach Rock over here in Powell today. And I got the whole offensive line today. I'm going to introduce themselves. Going on to the right. Go ahead.
I'm Joshua 55 Shack.
I'm Blake Neely.
I'm Justin Massingill.
I'm Byron Finger. I'm Eddie Gomez.
All right. Hey guys, going into the season, y'all sitting at 4-2 right now, coming off a huge win over Powell last week. As the season, as y'all getting ready for the season, is this where y'all thought y'all be at this point in the season right now?
Yeah, we figured we'd run the ball coming out.
Definitely not 4-2 though.
Not 4, but we figured we'd run the ball maybe like we do.
Right. Talk to you, but you go first.
I personally wouldn't want to be 4-2. Everyone wants that undefeated season, especially as your senior year.
Right.
But stuff happens. So.
What about you,
I didn't think we'd be 4-2 at all. There's some bad things happened. They had to get them fixed.
Oh, we're going to be 6-0.
Right.
Running for 3,000 yards.
Right.
I agree with him. I thought we were going to be undefeated, but we came out. We
still control your own destiny and winning the district, correct?
Yeah.
So if y'all win that, y'all gonna get the number one season, pretty much win the district, right? Last week it wasn't much of a game. The week before, y'all put it on Central. So it seemed like after the loss, after we lost to Oak Ridge, it seemed like the offense been getting going, putting up 45, 47, 34, 55. Starting with you, tell us what you think has been the difference in the offense since the last loss.
I think with our young quarterback being a sophomore, I mean he's still getting driven to school every day, getting picked up after practice. Just gotta be smarter. He's been a lot smarter since those 2 losses, and even since our first game in the win. Like we were able to carry him in that first win, and we got to keep picking him up for every game, no matter the situation. So
We have young skill players, and they've developed over time, and we rely on us to carry and let them develop.
Deuce and Jalen learning the offense. That's what it boils down to.
Yeah, I think we all have to come back together as a team and a family like we need to be, and pick each other up and go to the next play.
Yeah, I wasn't playing for the first 3 games of the year, and then I played against Heritage, so it was kind of like my first chance of starting, and just since then, it's been honestly great for our offense. Deuce and Jalen's starting to get their rhythm now a lot more, and we're trying to get our passing game back into this offense.
Do y'all guys think it's difficult playing 2 quarterbacks, or y'all think it's like y'all think that's what y'all need moving forward? Like you think that's the best situation to help y'all win?
I think Deuce knows our offense a little bit more than Jalen, but Jalen just has such a pretty throw and just such good motion. So like, yeah, Deuce hauls 89 yards, 90-yard touchdown, like that was crazy. And then Jalen, Clinton, pretty ball to Stooks it was against Clinton was like 35-yard pass, prettiest ball I've ever seen. And then Deuce last game threw really good ball to Stooks, was right here.
Yeah.
Didn't catch it.
It was a deep ball. And Dude's got a good deep ball. He always has a good, but I think he struggled a little bit on the short game. But as far as throwing the deep, he's as good as anybody around.
I think they both have a different complex to each other, and they complement each other. They complement the offense. Deuce, he's pretty hard to tackle.
Yeah.
Jalen, he's got an arm and he ain't afraid to throw it downfield.
Right.
I didn't even realize they're different until I hear the voice.
I think it gives us 2 different looks, and it's hard to stop when you get 2 different play styles put together.
same thing, 2 different play styles. You have one that can really run the ball, and he can pass here and there. Not trying to down him at all. And you have Jalen that not as much as a runner, he's going to pass that ball. But I definitely think it gives us a little dynamic. I mean, people start to pick up, like, if we have one quarterback will pass, one quarterback will run. But once we get to that point where we're passing and running with both, I mean, it's going to be unstoppable. So.
Going into this week, we got Central. It's a rival game. Leading up to the week of preparation, how y'all feel going into the game this week?
Game plan, I think, is pretty easy. I mean, not easy, but we're solid in that. Know what we want to do, how we want to start. So.
I feel good about it. We know what we got to do. We know we got to run the ball.
Feel good. Personnel-wise, we're better. We just gotta execute.
I feel good about it. We're solid. We just got to do what we do, which is run the ball and not let them stop us. We got to finish it.
Same like everybody else. I feel perfect about it. I mean, there's not much to say. I mean, as long as we go out there and execute and run our offense, don't let them stop us. Don't go 3 and out for a second drive and turn it up in the second quarter. That's what we need to do, is turn it up as soon as we can.
I look at your stats this season. Like, I don't know if y'all leading the state, but I think y'all like at 252 carries for like 2,016 yards. And I know a lot of that is y'all up front, but also Connor ability to make big plays. How does it feel like for a running back like Connor? It'll make our job easier.
Feels nice, knowing that he can hit a hole. He's patient. He's real patient. You know, he could be back there for a while, and somehow he breaks tackles and just hits that hole like crazy. And then, he's been out like the past 2 games, and Keyshawn's really stepped up. And same thing with Deuce running the ball. And so, I don't know if he's playing tomorrow. I have no idea what's his situation, but I feel like with the running backs that we have, it's really nice, you know, for them to run it like they do. So.
Right.
Oh, I love Connor to death. He's one of the best guys. But I think blocking for him, Deuce, and Keyshawn, like he said, it's a blessing. I mean, you know they're going to fight for extra yards. They're going to read your blocks. They're not just going to take off and run to the sideline and make you look bad. They're going to compliment what you did and take off and make you look better than everything else too.
He's a playmaker. That's it.
When you think he's tackled for an 8-yard gain, you look up and there goes for a 7-yard touchdown.
Right.
Yeah, I like running with Connor. Our coach always says that he makes us look good. We just do a little dirty work for like the 4 seconds, maybe in between, and he just makes us look good. So
So, going to the season, I don't know if y'all do a lot of one-on-ones, but I know in fall camp y'all probably did. What is it like going against y'all defensive front? Which a lot of people consider them like y'all one of the best in the state. I know something about.
I really think our defensive box is one of the best in the state. Definitely in East Tennessee, but it's because you got guys like Nico and Cardell. They're not the biggest, but they're fast.
Right.
So they got that quickness to them, and they have that good first step and punch. So it's playing against them, going against them in practice definitely makes all of us better.
Right.
I think it prepares us really well. They're the best team in the state. Nobody's better than them.
Y'all probably won't see nobody better than them. Yeah.
It prepares us for anything. We're not going to see anybody as good as them, so prepared for everything.
No, they'll throw anything at you at practice. It don't matter what you're expecting on cards or anything. And Nico, like he said, inside he's strong. He's got a good first step punch. And he's quick. So you ain't gonna find nobody that's better than anybody would have on our D line anywhere else.
And with how good they are, it's just, going up against them in practice only makes it better. I mean, yeah, might miss a few blocks. I definitely missed a few blocks today. I got laid out a couple times, and it only makes us better as a unit.
So y'all still go against the ones in practice throughout season 2?
Yeah.
Better be a lot of fights now. So yeah.
They get chilly.
So 9 times, y'all battle 9 times out of 10. Offensive linemen or people, what would you say?
Offensive line.
I give it 6 out of 4.
So
I'll give them a couple more than 9 times out of 10.
What do? Out of 10 tries, y'all win. I mean, y'all can win out of that.
Are we running or passing?
Whatever y'all need to do, I guess.
If we're running it, 8 out of 10.
Okay. Pass it.
Passing it, 5 out of 10.
I know. I'd give us
And that's the short.
8 out of 10 on the ball.
With one-on-ones, it's 50-50, honestly. I would give us a 6
Okay.
to give us that push because I don't want to give them the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
So, yeah, I'd say it's a 50-50 toss-up because of how good they are. So.
Right. I also seen, I guess it was 2 weeks ago, you had a wing challenge against Howard. Y'all won. Who was the man that led him to victory?
I didn't think of the victory. Our tight end, Matthew Clayton, I think he had the most out of us 3. It was me, him, and linebacker Abu Kiefer.
Okay.
Us 3. Because Abu played at Halls, so
Right.
there's a little bit of that rivalry there.
So tight end, how many need?
I think we had like 63 as a whole,
Right.
so it's 21 each.
Right.
But he definitely ate a little bit more than us. I don't know the math between me and
No,
Abu.
there was 25 on each plate, and y'all had
But
75
listen,
total. Like,
Listen, I ate like 3 less than Clayton though,
yeah.
and I had like 8 left on my plate, and he had 4. So it definitely wasn't even plates. There's no
I don't
way.
know. They just said there were 75 wings all
Okay,
over.
I think.
Oh, because Abu definitely did not eat
Dude,
20.
he ate like 6.
Yeah,
Like,
Abu ate like 6.
dude, he was so bad.
He was
But
slow.
y'all won overall, though, right?
Yeah.
Ain't no winning
Yeah.
overall. All right. So, every week, I know y'all about to get a better head along that practice. Every week we do the pick 'em of the week. I'm always rolling with y'all, always, obviously. But, for my other partner right here, give him a reason why he should pick Powell this Friday night in Central.
Simple answer is our run game.
Our blocks on both sides of the ball is better than theirs.
We'll run it down their throat.
Alright.
They can't beat us up front on each side of the ball.
We're winning the line of scrimmage tonight or tomorrow night.
So,
Or Friday. Sorry, it's
yeah,
yeah, I'm
couple
forgetting.
days, I mean, it's all good, not good. So is all y'all seniors or you a senior too?
I'm a junior.
You a junior, so the rest of y'all seniors. Man, this y'all, bro, yeah. Man. But hey, episode in the lab, we're here with the offensive line of Powell. Till next week, we out. See you. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate you. Know y'all about to go tear up the food.
Yeah.
Good luck Friday, do your thing.
Thank you.
Y'all know what time it is? You just tuned in the lab with Coach Rock and O. East Tennessee High School Sports Podcast. Bringing you all the exclusive interviews with some of the hottest players coming out of high school